Welcome back to Valencia. I'm Nick Harris, sitting alongside me Matt Burt, down in pit lane Dylan Gray.
Brock Parks, and yes, your eyes are not deceiving you, it's Valentino Rossi in 26th place. Although we saw Rossi getting instructions from the officials that Cal Crutchlow will be starting next to him.
Here is the front row. All the talking, everything that has been said, discussed, argued about, now disappeared. Valentino Rossi takes his place on that back row of the championship will now be decided out on the track.
And it's a dream start by Jorge Lorenzo from pole position. Look at Valentino Rossi streaming up the inside down into the first corner. It's going to be 99 Lorenzo though that leads the way from Danny Pedrosa, who's come through from the second row of the grid. There's Rossi trying to find his way back through the field. He's already up the inside of a few riders. Rossi now up the inside of Loris Baz at turn number 2. Lorenzo though leads the way. Rossi sinding his way through the field.
Wow, he's coming through there like a knife through butter at the moment. Pedrosa up the inside of Marc Marquez. Lorenzo, though, has got the dream start.
No doubt about that. Lorenzo leads over the line at the end of the first lap. Valentino Rossi then down in 15th place. He's about to move up the inside of Nicky Hayden, the 2006 world champion. Hayden will run out a little bit wide. Rossi can't find a way through on that powerful Pramac Ducati. Rossi will finally make it stick up the inside of Hayden down into the mid-Durham corner. This is where the championship was decided between the two of those back in 2006. Rossi having real difficulty finding a way through on number 68, Yoni Hernandez. No way through there as they run down on the brakes. There is no Rossi, brilliantly late on the brakes. He's finally past the South American. The crowd go wild here in Valencia. All 110,000 of them there cheering on their hero. Rossi then now up into 14th place. And he's up the inside of Bautista as well. Super aggressive from Rossi. He's on the charge.
Rossi on the charge up the inside of Alvaro Bautista.
Lap 2 of 30 has been completed and Lorenzo set the fastest lap at 1:31.416. Rossi in the slipstream of Stefan Bram's Aprilia. Rossi picks up one more place down into the brakes at the first corner. Valentino Rossi now up into 11th place. He's on the fringe of the top 10. Next in sight is Michele Pirro. Down in 11th place, but he's over 5 seconds back of the. This is where he picked off Hernandez on the last lap. He's up the inside of another Ducati on this lap. He dispenses with Michele Pirro at turn number 8. This is where Rossi went down in qualifying yesterday. Rossi then inside the top 10 for the first time.
Lorenzo still leads the way at the front. The two Hondas.
Iannoni's down.
Andre Iannoni has crashed out. And that means that's another place for Valentino Rossi. Iannoni has crashed out of the race. Now it's 12.
Iannoni down at turn number 12. He gambled to run the asymmetric front tyre. We were worried about it overheating on the right-hand side. Was that the issue for the factory Ducati man? Jorge Lorenzo has put in another fastest lap of this race.
Yeah, this is the first big stumbling block for Valentino Rossi. We had to expect this. We couldn't expect him to just carve his way through the field. Here we go. There's Andrea Dovizioso, Alicia Spargo, Paula Spargo, Danilo Petrucci, and as Rossi got past Bradley Smith, listen to the crowd. You know he has.
Yeah, Rossi's been brilliant on the brakes going down into that turn number 8. He picks off Smith. That's where he took Hernandez. That's where he took Michele Pirro. The gap now 10 points between Lorenzo and Rossi. Are the Hondas, though, going to run into those front tyre issues? Is Marquez and Pedrosa's right-hand side of the tyre going to start overheating? We'll find out very, very shortly because the gap between Lorenzo and Marquez, Lorenzo's eked it out again to just over 4.5 tenths of a second.
Listen to the crowd. Rossi through on Petrucci, who runs it wide. Smith goes through as well.
Yeah, it didn't look like he had to work too hard, did it, for that move on Danilo Petrucci. Petrucci had a good long look over his shoulder. Rossi then through into 7th place.
Still running in 7th place. Can he get up into 6th? We ride with him. This is where he likes it. He's up the inside. Listen to the crowd. Valentino Rossi has passed. They touch. Him and Paula Spargo touch elbows, but Rossi has made his way through.
Rossi's Yamaha should have the legs on the later Spargo Suzuki, but Espargaro got great drive coming out of that final corner. Can Rossi close up? Here he comes out of the slipstream. Rossi's got the inside line. He'll make that move up the inside of Valencia. Espargaro, he runs it a little bit deep. Espargaro takes 5th place back.
Oh, still 8 points between them, and they cross the line. Marquez had pulled back another 1/10 of a second on Jorge Lorenzo at the front. There's Dovizioso, there is Alessio Spargo, and Valentino Rossi is through this time, and the crowd go wild, and this time he has made it stick, coming out of turn 5 up towards 6.
Coming out of turn 6 and turns number 14. He's a great late breaker, is Andrea Dovizioso. Not late enough though to hold off Valentino Rossi. The crowd go absolutely crazy in the background. Rossi then inside the top 4. The gap down to 7 points. That's the advantage that Rossi had coming into this race. It's now back down to 5 points. It's all about whether Marc Marquez or Dani Pedrosa can hunt down this man, Lorenzo, at the front of the race. Dani Pedrosa still there in 3rd place. Here comes Valentino Rossi now in 4th place. He's come from the back row of the grid up to 4th place. Rossi, he's not going to finish on the podium unless there's something dramatic happens to Lorenzo Marquez or Pedrosa, because Rossi over the line was 11.3 seconds behind Dani Pedrosa. Lorenzo in the lead and Rossi in 4th after a great fight, you have to say, from the back of the grid.
Lorenzo's led the race from start to finish. The Hondas have harried him. Pedrosa's now dropped back to a very safe and secure 3rd place. It's all about Marquez and Lorenzo. Brilliant race by Valentino Rossi.
Yeah, Dani Pedrosa on that lap number 23 yet again was the quicker of the top 3. Now, was Dani Pedrosa just having to back off a little bit in the early stages of the race with those overheating front tyres? As the front grip come back to Dani Pedrosa, is he about to mount a late charge as Marc Marquez swarms again? The biggest 2.5 miles of Jorge Lorenzo's career coming up. The final lap of an incredible 2015 MotoGP World Championship is underway.
5 points, he leads the championship.
Powering out of turn number 6 through the kink at 7. Lorenzo's not going to come under attack from Marc Marquez. He's ridden a perfect final lap so far as the number 99 through this tight, twisty infield section.
Now he dips it into turn 12. 2 bends to go.
Jorge Lorenzo standing on the brink of his 3rd World Championship. Dani Pedrosa's out of this. Lorenzo is going to come through the final corner. It's Lorenzo's now to lose.
Jorge Lorenzo will be crowned the 2015 MotoGP World Champion. 99 wins here in Valencia.
Valentino Rossi comes over the line. He put up a great fight, but Rossi is not the world champion.
Rossi crosses the line. 2nd in the World Championship. No more than what he did. Race and those last few laps.
Well, there you go.
Regali, the man we've been talking to, talks to us every week.
The leathers and helmets that he won his previous World Championships, of course.
That's right, 251s as well there.
He finished outside of the points in 16th, but with Loris Baz down in 19th. Barbara is the top open class rider in 2015.
Listen to the reception for Valentino Rossi. He could have done no more.
But he knows that that 10th World Championship has just eluded him after a great ride by this man, Jorge Lorenzo.